Part 7, Chapter 2 and concluding remarks of the Kama Sutra. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain and is read by Mark Smith of Simpsonville, South Carolina. The Kama Sutra by Vatsyayana, Part 7, Chapter 2 of the Ways of Exciting Desire and Miscellaneous Experiments and Recipes. If a man is unable to satisfy a Hastini or elephant woman, he should have recourse to various means to excite her passion. At the commencement he should rub her yoni with his hand or fingers, and not begin to have intercourse with her until she becomes excited or experiences pleasure. This is one way of exciting a woman. Or he may make use of certain apadravyas, or things which are put on or around the lingam to supplement its length or its thickness, so as to fit it to the yoni. In the opinion of Brahmavya, these apadravyas should be made of gold, silver, copper, iron, ivory, buffalo's horn, various kinds of wood, tin or lead, and should be soft, cool, provocative of sexual vigor, and well fitted to serve the intended purpose. Vatsyayana, however, says that they may be made according to the natural liking of each individual. The following are the different kinds of apadravyas. 1. The armlet, valaya, should be of the same size as the lingam, and should have its outer surface made rough with globules. 2. The couple, sangati, is formed of 2 armlets. 3. The bracelet, chudaka, is made by joining 3 or more armlets until they come up to the required length of the lingam. 4. The single bracelet is formed by wrapping a single wire around the lingam according to its dimensions. 5. The kanduka or jalaka is a tube open at both ends, with a hole through it, outwardly rough and studded with soft globules, and made to fit the side of the yoni, and tied to the waist. When such a thing cannot be obtained, then a tube made of the wood apple, or tubular stalk of the bottle gourd, or a reed made soft with oil and extracts of plants, and tied to the waist with strings, may be made use of, as also a row of soft pieces of wood tied together. The above are the things that can be used in connection with or in the place of the lingam. The people of the southern countries think that true sexual pleasure cannot be obtained without perforating the lingam, and they therefore cause it to be pierced like the lobes of the ears of an infant pierced for earrings. Now when a young man perforates his lingam he should pierce it with a sharp instrument, and then stand in water so long as the blood continues to flow. At night he should engage in sexual intercourse, even with vigor, so as to clean the hole. After this he should continue to wash the hole with decoctions, and increase the size by putting into it small pieces of cane, and the wrightia antidysenterica, and thus gradually enlarging the orifice. It may also be washed with licorice mixed with honey, and the size of the hole increased by the fruit stalks of the simapatra plant. The hole should be anointed with a small quantity of oil. In the hole made in the lingam a man may put apadravyas of various forms, such as the round on one side, the wooden mortar, the flower, the armlet, the bone of the heron, the goad of the elephant, the collection of 8 balls, the lock of hair, the place where 4 roads meet, and other things named according to their forms and means of using them. All these apadravyas should be rough on the outside according to their requirements. The ways of enlarging the lingam must be now related. When a man wishes to enlarge his lingam, he should rub it with the bristles of certain insects that live in trees, and then, after rubbing it for 10 nights with oils, he should again rub it with the bristles as before. By continuing to do this, a swelling will be gradually produced in the lingam, and he should then lie on a cot, and cause his lingam to hang down through a hole in the cot. After this, he should take away all the pain from the swelling by using cool concoctions. The swelling, which is called sukha, and is often brought about among the people of the Dravida country, lasts for life. If the lingam is rubbed with the following things, viz., the plant Physalis flexuosa, the Shavara Kandaka plant, the Jayusuka plant, the fruit of the eggplant, the butter of a she-buffalo, the hastri charma plant, and the juice of the vajra rasa plant, a swelling lasting for 1 month will be produced. By rubbing it with oil boiled in the concoctions of the above things, the same effect will be produced, but lasting for 6 months. The enlargement of the lingam is also effected by rubbing it or moistening it with oil boiled on a moderate fire along with the seeds of the pomegranate and the cucumber, the juices of the valuka plant, the hasti sharma plant, and the eggplant. In addition to the above, other means may be learnt from experienced and confidential persons. The miscellaneous experiments and recipes are as follows. A. If a man mixes the powder of the milk hedge plant and the kantaka plant with the excrement of a monkey and the powdered root of the lanjalalika plant, and throws this mixture on a woman, she will not love anybody else afterwards. B. If a man thickens the juice of the fruits of the cassia fistula and the eugenia jambulana by mixing them with the powder of the soma plant, the vernonia anthomintica, the eclipta prostata, and the lohopa jahirka, and applies this composition to the yoni of a woman, and then has sexual intercourse with her, his love for her will be destroyed. C. The same effect is produced if a man has connection with a woman who has bathed in the buttermilk of a she-buffalo mixed with the powders of the gopalika plant, the banu padika plant, and the yellow amaranth. D. An ointment made of the flowers of the nauclea kadamba, the hog plum, and the eugenia jambulana, and used by a woman, causes her to be disliked by her husband. E. Garlands made of the above flowers, when worn by the woman, produce the same effect. F. An ointment made of the fruit of the asteracantha longifolia, or kokulaksha, will contract the yoni of a hastini or elephant woman, and this contraction lasts for 1 night. G. An ointment made by pounding the roots of the Nelumbrium speciosum and of the blue lotus and the powder of the plant Physalis flexuosa mixed with ghee and honey will enlarge the yoni of the mrigi or deer woman. H. An ointment made of the fruit of the Emblica mirabolans soaked in the milky juice of the milk hedge plant, of the soma plant, the Calotropsis gigantea, and the juice of the fruit of the Vernonia anthomintica will make the hair white. I. The juice of the roots of the Madhyantaka plant, the yellow amaranth, the Anjanika plant, the Clitoria ternatia, and the Shlakshnaparni plant, used as a lotion, will make the hair grow. J. An ointment made by boiling the above roots in oil, and rubbed in, will make the hair black, and will also gradually restore hair that has fallen out. K. If lac is saturated 7 times in the sweat of the testicle of a white horse, and applied to a red lip, the lip will become white. L. The color of the lips can be regained by means of the Madhyantika and other plants mentioned under I. M. A woman who hears a man playing on a reed pipe, which has been dressed with the juices of the Bahupatika plant, the Taberna montana coronaria, the Costus speciosus or arabicus, the Pinus deodora, the Euphorbia antiquorum, the Vajra and the Kantaka plant, becomes his slave. N. If food be mixed with the fruit of the thorn apple, or dathura, it causes intoxication. O. If water be mixed with oil and the ashes of any kind of grass except the kusha grass, it becomes the color of milk. P. If yellow myrabolans, the hog plum, the shrawana plant, and the priyangu plant be all pounded together and applied to iron pots, these pots become red. Q. If a lamp trimmed with oil extracted from the shrawana and priyangan plants, its wick being made of cloth and the slough of the skins of snakes, is lighted, and long pieces